Have you ever felt that uncomfortable burning sensation in your chest after eating? Acid reflux can be a real pain, but understanding why it happens can help you avoid it. So imagine if you could identify and steer clear of the exact foods and the habits that triggers this discomfort. Welcome to eBlosis. I am Dr. Vikas Sangotra, and in this video we will explore what really happens when your body goes haywire and piles up acid where it should not be. So I will reveal the surprising causes of acid reflux and simple ways to find relief. So stick around to get more practical tips that can make a big difference in your daily life. So first of all, let's try to understand what is this acid reflux and how it happens. First of all, if we talk about acid reflux, the acid reflux occurs when stomach acid flows back up into your esophagus, and this leads to or causing the burning feeling. So this happens because the lower esophageal sphincters, which is also called LES, isn't functioning properly. LES is responsible to keep stomach's acid where it belongs. So Ayurveda offers deeper insight into why this imbalance happens. Let's dive into the causes of acid reflux and discover how you can address them with easy changes in your life. So first of all, let's understand the root cause behind the acid reflux according to Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, acid reflux is linked to an imbalance in Pitta dosha and Vata dosha, and the agni, which is sharper in nature, which is tikshana in nature in this scenario. The stomach is the home of Pitta, so which is a fiery and acidic by nature. So when Pitta gets out of balance, when it is vitiated, it can become too hot and cause acid reflux. On the other hand, the Vata, which is a movement energy, so when Vata disrupts the digestive flow, it can push the vitiated Pitta up in the esophagus, which is the food pipe, and this leads to burning in your food pipe, and this leads to reflux issues. So this is how I make everybody understand how we can understand with the concept of yatha brahmande tatha pinde, macrocosmos, microcosmos. So let's understand this with an example. So think of volcano as an analogy. The magma inside a volcano represent the Pitta dosha, fiery and pressurized. When the volcano's pressure becomes too high, it can cause an eruption where the magma flows out uncontrollably. Similarly, when Pitta dosha becomes too hot, as well as the flowing energies of Pitta, that is hot, which is acidic, they becomes too vitiated. The Vata, instead of bringing that flow of Pitta downwards, it with pressure bring that flow upward, which can lead to acid reflux, which can lead to burning sensation in the food pipe. So pushing stomach acid into the esophagus, much like magma flowing out of a volcano. And we need to understand what are the common causes which leads to acid reflux, and why those causes, whether it's in a food or other things, why those causes leads to acid reflux in accordance to Ayurveda. So first of all, let's talk about the foods that aggravate Pitta and Vata dosha and leads to acid reflux. First of all is tea and coffee. Ayurveda understand food beyond the concept of macro and the micronutrients. Ayurveda understand food with respect to bioenergies. It's more like when you eat something, how the food interact with your body. You are eating something. Is it increasing heat in your body? Is it cooling in nature? Is it neutral in nature? So when we talk about tea and coffee, the bioenergy of a tea is hot in nature and can increase stomach acid. If we talk about fried foods, eating greasy burgers or fries, these foods are heavy and can disrupt digestion, leading to acid reflux. Then comes spicy food. If you're taking a spicy food, eating a spicy curry or adding extra chilies to your meals, that can flare up acid reflux, and the heat from these foods can aggravate the burning sensation and also can more leads to acid reflux and those issues. Also, there is a huge role when we talk about else than tea and coffee, else than fried, else than greasy, else than spicy. The refined sugars and the processed foods, they too have a major role in increasing your acidity as well as acid reflux. So if you're consuming a lot of candy or sugary drinks, canned soups or frozen dinners, these often contain preservatives that can irritate your stomach and lead to reflux. Else than this, we try to understand, like in food we take a lot of sauces or condiments. So when we try to understand these sauces and condiments with respect to Ayurveda, so there is a list of sauces which can lead to acid reflux and becomes the major cause of acid reflux. So first of all, we talk about barbecue sauce and mustard sauce. These sauces are often tangy and acidic and can contribute to reflux. Most importantly, alcohol. So drinking alcohol can relax your LES, your lower esophageal sphincters, so making it easier for stomach acid to escape. So a glass of wine with the dinner can sometimes cause that uncomfortable burning, or it can flare up if you are already going through acidity or acidic reflux. So now we're going to talk about taste. Ayurveda really talks about the role of taste in our day-to-day life. Ayurveda understands there is a 6 type of a taste, and every taste has a different impact on our body. Some taste balance some dosha, other taste imbalance other doshas. So let's understand what sort of a taste which Ayurveda says if you take in excess can lead to acidity as well as acid reflux. So the first one is amarasa, which is sour taste. So food like lemon or vinegar can increase acidity. So squeezing lemon on your salad might taste great, but it can also upset your stomach if you have acid reflux. Another taste which can lead to acid reflux is katurasa, is a pungent taste. So spices like black pepper or red chili flakes can aggravate your stomach. So adding too much pepper to your food can make things really worse. The third taste which I would recommend we should not take if we have too much of acid or we have so much of acid reflux is salty foods. So eating too much salt from chips or pretzels can disrupt your digestive balance, and it can lead to acidity or acid reflux. So as we understand about sauces, condiments, we did talk about taste. So now I'm going to talk about lifestyle factors, how Ayurveda understand lifestyle can change your life, or it can also worsen if you are going through some health issues. So if we talk about acidity, let's understand what are the lifestyle factors which are responsible. So first important factor which Ayurveda talk about is stress. High stress can mess with your digestion. For example, feeling stressed before a big presentation might trigger reflux symptoms. Late night eating. So eating a large meal right before bed can cause problems. Having a big dinner and then lying down to the sleep, this can push acid up into your esophagus and further worsen your acid reflux. So understanding what causes acid reflux from Ayurvedic perspective helps you to tackle it effectively by balancing Pitta and Vata dosha and avoiding common triggers. You can manage and even prevent reflux. So making mindful choices about what you eat and how you live can bring significant relief. So if this video helped you understand acid reflux better, gives it a thumbs up, subscribe for more health tips, and tap the notification bell to stay updated. Share your experience or questions about acid reflux in the comments below. I'm here to help you find the best solutions and feel you best. Namaste.